Rob Wharne ready to get underway here in the semi-finals of Pro Series 4. He's up against Dom Cooney, and it is going to be Dom Cooney with the break. Race to 7, 50 minutes on the match clock, and a spot in the final on the line. I thought in the quarterfinals earlier on this morning we saw both players in action. Both players played really well. Dom played a brilliant match though, all round. Maybe made a couple of minor tactical mistakes, but they didn't really cost him at all. He still won those frames, and he played a brilliant match play. And not that Rob didn't play really well, he really did. Just felt like a little bit more of an edgy match coming through, so maybe just give marginal edge to Dom here, but you have to say on paper this is a tough match to call. Really much a 50-50 game. Dom has been there and done it before though, that's the one caveat you would say. He's been through, he's won a Pro Series in the past. He won Pro Series 8 of Year 1, 2021. Desperate to get himself back into a final. He's been close, he's been in semis, he's been in quarters, but not back to a final. Rob's been to a final, not been able to break through and get his hands on the silverware. Maybe tonight is the night. But it is going to be Dom Cooney with the first opportunity, and a pretty good one as well. These all go, there's red and yellow together, but it does go. He could nudge it if he wanted to. Perfect angle to do that now and stay on the other one. Yeah, and now it's just decide which way round you want to get onto the 8-ball here. Does have an interesting decision to make, which way round he wants to get on the 8-ball. Not absolutely guaranteed actually, as simple as it looks. He might try and make both in this one shot. Yeah, I think he was. If he makes both in one shot, then he can take the one to the centre and drop the 8-ball in to the bottom right corner. Although actually the yellow above the cue ball now would have played quite big with the angle he has on the one in the centre. Don't think the 8-ball goes top left, so you might be looking at left centre coming underneath it. If that's the case, then may not be guaranteed to get nicely on it. Now tries to screw up to take it into the corner, and gets it all wrong. Yeah, it was a strange little layout once he'd opened everything up. It was a strange one really. They were so simple but yet so difficult. And this is a disaster to be on this 8-ball. Yeah, and overcuts it quite dramatically. So a very disappointing visit to the table for Dom in his quarterfinal. Didn't make any mistakes like that. Every time he got an opportunity, he took it. Every time he went for a clearance, he took them out. He was very clinical. It was a disappointing start for Dom. But an ideal opportunity for the whacker to get off to a nice quick start here. It's landed a little bit awkward. Too much angle on every ball. Might take the one by the 8-ball. Gets him into line. If he takes either of the other two, the cue ball's doing quite a bit of work. Loads it up with right hand side to get back in line. That was an excellent shot. And it is the counter clearance for Rob Wharne, and he gets himself 1-0 in front. But we will stay here with the professional semi-final, and interesting to see Rob Wharne go for the cut break. Huge front ball break Rob has, but using the cut break. Means Dom Cooney gets first chance once again. Yellow's the choice. Red and yellow together at the top, and also guards the yellow nearest the top left-hand corner. Key shot, and he tries to get in amongst those. I'd love to put the cue ball where the red is. That would be perfect. I think if he plays the yellow to top right, I don't think that's the natural. It looks like it might be just wide of it. Yeah, it was, which is why he's tried to widen it further and get on the one on the top cushion, but that's slightly awkward unless he can nip the one into right centre. He could nip the one into the centre pocket. The red also plays big here. The line he'd love to take is through where the red is towards the yellow at the bottom of the table. Can't do that, obviously. He just needs to give himself a shot at it. Oh, he's overhit this one. A bit like the previous frame. Late positional shot hurts him. And the yellow refuses to fall for him. Would have been nicely on the 8 ball. Just too much of the jaw. Gave it every chance, but refused to fall. Rob still has the one red that's in an awkward area of the table, but plenty of room behind it. And a good angle to get behind it as well. Nicely cued in. It's going to be very similar to the opening frame. Dom Cooney with the first chance, not able to take it, and Rob Wharne making the counter clearance. But we're going to stay here with the main professional tournament, and Dom Cooney for his second break. And it's a dry one, and this time it's a really nice split. First opportunity for Rob Wharne to have a first visit chance, and it's a very good one. Could have got rid of the one just to the right of the 8-ball following that shot there. He could have just topped through and got that one out the way. Might have made life easier, but it looks like he's decided he wants it into the centre pocket. But if he had topped through a couple of shots ago, taken it to bottom right, he'd have been straight into top left, the shot he's just played, following it, and then he'd have this and the 8-ball left. Don't expect that to become a problem for him. It's just he saw the pattern a slightly different way around. Still leaves him a very simple 8-ball. And for the first time in a match, Rob Wharne gets first opportunity and he takes it. Such a key frame for Dom. Has to win this frame. Didn't really want that. He desperately didn't want it, to be honest. He wants to keep as many balls on the table as possible. Rob trying to keep it really tight. Didn't really want to open up the 8-ball. Maybe it helps him if he gets a sniff of a yellow, but also allows Dom to go for the finish if he feels it's right. It will require a really good shot to get on the 8-ball though. Interesting decisions for sure. What's the angle? As long as he's not dead straight, he can really make sure he gets through, get to the top cushion. Needs to go. Oh, just got there. That's a good shot. Played a couple of good shots there. It was important to get a good angle onto that ball as well. And opening up the 8 ball has hurt Rob Wharne then. It's punished for it, Dom Cooney. We are going to continue with the semi-finals of Pro Series 4. Dom Cooney makes a ball. No, he doesn't make a ball. I thought he did, but nothing fell in. Oh, wow. Wow, did you see the red in the top right-hand corner? That's why I thought he made a ball. Right down the middle of the pocket and popped straight back out. It does give Rob Wharne a brilliant opportunity for another reverse clearance here. That is a tough, tough scene for Dom Cooney. That really is quite incredible. Watch the red in the top right hand corner. Keep an eye on it. And this is why it's so heartbreaking for Dom Cooney. Look at it now. Down and straight back out. Oh, that's heartbreaking. Player in me just feels horrible seeing that. Rob Wharne won't care. He'll be over the moon. He gets to the table. Maybe shouldn't be, but he is at the table and an opportunity to get 3 clear once again. Yellow's between the red. Plays quite big here because you want to be on that line just to be able to make the pot and not have to play around with the 8 ball. If he pulls it back to the right hand side, then he's got to deal with the 8 ball, so he's going to go to the left hand side, but that makes it a trickier pot. But at least going this side of it, it's a much cleaner cue ball. He just has to make the pot and he's guaranteed to be on the 8. Misses the pot though. That's a big miss. Rob is such a good clean potter of the ball. Often can get himself into a little bit of a mess and make himself have to work hard with the pots, but very rarely misses anything. So a big opportunity then for Dom Cooney to make it a 1-frame game, get back within 1 at 3-2. And might even be the happier of the 2 players if that happens. Nice little flick just to get it out over the pocket. You can hear the gongs going in the background. Kersley Davies has run out of time. Harriet Haynes will be into the semi-finals. 6 frames to 5 victory for her. And Dom Cooney right behind. A simple enough 8 ball for 3-2 here. Yeah, nicely done. Good break for whack up.
Extension call. Red ball's in play.
Just needs to track the red at the top of the table and get back out. If he lands dead straight, what can he play on? Especially from there. If he's straight, can he pull back to the left-hand side of the 8-ball? Of the yellow, rather. I think he's got enough angle to top on and off the cushion. Yeah, he has. Played the last couple of shots well. Still has the one above the 8-ball just to track onto, and he's quite thin on this one to the centre, so needs some good positional shots from here to get out. And that is not one of them. Ends up the wrong side of the yellow. Immediately saw Dom just brush his hands off like he's getting himself ready for a visit in this frame, and you can see why. Not the red blocks the yellow. Anything you will say? It's just given Dom the tiniest little bit of work, but also he was left with the perfect angle to track behind it immediately. Slightly hampered. Shouldn't really cause him a problem. Can't do too much more than just drop this in and get on and off. Means he might not leave himself the easiest of 8 balls. It should still be a comfortable enough one though. Let's see if Dom can get some better form on his break. Here in frame 7. 21 minutes left to try and sort this one out. Both players need 4 frames. Nope, still not working for him. That's not worked. He was hoping to open it all up in that shot. Actually made the yellow at the bottom even trickier, although I think it still goes to the centre and the corner, so it's not as bad as it looks. But that yellow at the top is going to be tough. Dom's halfway to the table. Sit back down, Dom. Not your shot yet, although I fear it will be after this next shot. Problem is, if he plays a loss of turn, then he's got a serious numbers disadvantage, so that's why he's attacking, and that's an excellent shot. So there's another opportunity for Rob here. Chance to go back a couple clear. It's been an interesting match. All been first visits for Rob, really. Just how many can he take? Pretty impressive this from Rob, really, considering he will have felt like he should have pulled away. He should have been better than 3-3. Dom still can't get anything going on the break. It just continues to be, can Rob Wharne make the clearance or not? That's how these frames are being played out.
Rebels in play.
think the red by the 8-ball goes. He's on it now. If he's on it now, he can't really play it because he can't get onto the next ball from it. If he can get back to where he is now in a couple of shots' time, it'll be perfect. Another very impressive visit to the table, this for Rob. Well, Dom with a rare first visit chance coming off a Rob Wharne break. Back firmly against the wall here. 13 minutes 40 left. Clock isn't too much of an issue, but the 3 frame he is behind is.
Extension key.
Change of break because it's just not working for Dom. And the change of break has worked. Hasn't presented a great opportunity, but he has made a ball. At least he gets to play the first shot after his break.
Doubles a point.
2 yellows on the left and a yellow nearest the bottom left-hand corner. Really awkward as we just tick into the final 10 minutes, and you all know what that means. 15 seconds a shot. That's not really helped. Just sent the red out the way. Actually pops the red on, but not the yellows.
Extension call.
Trying to get it in there past the red. She was trying to make it and get the red out the way. I think the other yellow would have passed the other red, so it may well have given him a really good chance, but won't find its way in. He will get back to the table though. He won't like the situation he's in. I don't think there was too much aggression there from Rob. I do think he might have been trying to pot that ball and then he was going to try and tuck up at the top of the table, but he's ended up there anyway.
Extension call.
Yeah, he's left the chance on here. Tried to tuck up, hasn't worked. This is an opportunity, a really good opportunity to go 6-5 and make this one a tight one, although, oh, he's massively overhit the shot. He wanted to be straight in on the plant. Actually makes a big difference as well. Holds his hand up because he didn't really want the cannon. Slide by it, but couldn't have come out too much nicer. Makes the plant. The yellow stays on and he's on this one to the centre. I significantly overhit that one as well. I might just give him a little bit of a headache on the in-off here. Yeah, knew that was coming, didn't he? Knew it was coming. What a horrible way to lose. Rob Wharne, though, he moves on. He marches into the final.